Have you ever found yourself waiting for approval before taking action? Do you constantly check for likes, comments, or reassurance before making a move? If so, you're not alone. But that's exactly why so many people stay stuck. The need for validation is a silent killer of ambition. It convinces you that you need permission to succeed. It tricks you into thinking that if enough people believe in you, then you'll finally believe in yourself. But let me tell you something. Success doesn't work that way. The harsh truth? Validation is addictive. And like any addiction, it keeps you dependent. It makes you crave applause instead of progress, attention instead of results. You start sharing your dreams before they even take shape, hoping someone will tell you, yes, you're on the right path. But here's the real problem. Every time you rely on external approval, you weaken your own self-belief. You give people the power to shape your decisions, to dictate your pace, and to control how far you go. And worst of all, you get so caught up in the applause that you forget to do the real work. Today, that cycle ends. In this speech, I'm going to break down why seeking validation is holding you back, how to escape the trap of public approval, and what it truly means to move in silence and let your results do the talking. If you've been wondering why your dreams aren't turning into reality, this might be the wake-up call you need. So stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll never look at validation the same way again. Why do you feel the need to announce every step before you've even taken it? What do you really gain from broadcasting your plans? The truth is, most people don't care as much as you think. They'll nod, they'll like, they'll comment, but at the end of the day, they move on. Meanwhile, you're stuck, mistaking their approval for actual progress. Public validation is an illusion. It gives you a temporary high, a momentary sense of achievement, but it doesn't translate into real results. You see, every time you share your plans prematurely, you invite opinions, doubts, and expectations. And suddenly your dream isn't just yours anymore, it's shaped by the judgments of others. That's why so many people stay in the talking phase. They get addicted to the praise, but they never follow through. Look at the people who truly succeed. They don't announce their every move. They don't seek approval before taking action. They move in silence, they execute, and they let their results do the talking. Meanwhile, the ones who constantly seek attention struggle to make real progress. You have to decide, do you want to impress people temporarily, or do you want to actually achieve something? Because the ones who talk the loudest rarely have the most to show. Talking feels like doing, but it's not. And this is where so many people get stuck. The brain loves the feeling of progress, even if no real work has been done. That's why sharing your goals feels good. You get praise, encouragement, and reassurance. It tricks your mind into believing you've already taken a step forward, but in reality, you're standing in the same place. Think about it. How many times have you told people about your big plans only to lose the motivation to actually execute them? That's because validation kills urgency. Once you've received approval, the pressure to prove yourself fades. Instead of using your energy to work, you waste it on maintaining the image of progress. Real achievers don't waste time talking about what they're going to do. They use that time to actually do it. They understand that execution is louder than words. You don't need to convince anyone of your potential, you need to show it. Because at the end of the day, results speak for themselves, and words, they mean nothing without action. Some people believe that if they don't talk about their goals, they don't exist. That's a lie. Silence isn't weakness, it's power. It's the difference between those who get distracted by opinions and those who stay locked in on their vision. The need to constantly prove yourself is a sign of insecurity, not strength. Real confidence doesn't need validation. It doesn't need an audience. It moves with purpose, not for applause. The most powerful people in any field don't announce their moves. They make them. They don't explain their every step, they take them. Success isn't about how many people know what you're doing, it's about how effectively you're doing it. And here's the secret. When you move in silence, you remove distractions. You eliminate outside noise. You stop worrying about what others think and you start focusing on what actually matters. Progress. Stop telling the world what you're about to do. Stop looking for validation before you take action. Instead, channel that energy into execution. Because when you finally achieve what you've been working for, the results will be undeniable. And that's when people will notice, not because you told them to, but because your success will speak for itself. What happens when you stop seeking validation and start focusing on results? everything changes. You stop waiting for approval, you stop explaining yourself, you stop wasting time on conversations that don't lead to action, and suddenly progress becomes your only priority. There's a reason the most successful people don't chase recognition, they chase results. They've learned that praise is temporary, but progress is permanent. That's the shift you need to make. Stop working for attention and start working for achievement. Success isn't measured by how many people believe in you, it's measured by what you accomplish. When you embrace a results-driven mindset, you no longer need to prove yourself to anyone. Your actions become your proof. Your progress becomes your confidence. And your success becomes undeniable. So ask yourself, are you working to impress or are you working to succeed? Because those who truly want to win don't need an audience, they don't need approval, they don't need applause. They just need the discipline to execute. And when they do, the world takes notice on their terms, not because they asked for it. Success isn't about making noise, it's about making moves. The loudest person in the room is often the least accomplished. Why? Because those who constantly seek attention burn energy on appearances instead of results. Real power comes from precision, not publicity. It comes from knowing when to speak, when to act, and when to stay silent. In this section, we're going to break down why silent success outperforms public hype, why the smartest people don't just work hard, they work strategically, and why the most effective way to succeed isn't to shout about your goals, but to quietly build them. Let's get into it. Every time you share your plans with the wrong people, you invite distractions, doubt, and competition. You think you're building excitement, but in reality, you're exposing yourself to unnecessary noise. Think about this. When you announce your goals too soon, people feel entitled to an opinion. Some will support you, but many will doubt you. They'll question your ability, your timeline, your vision, and even if you don't realize it, those voices start to weigh on you. You begin second-guessing yourself. You start wondering if they're right. Suddenly, what once felt clear now feels complicated. And let's talk about competition. The moment you reveal your next move, you give others a chance to get ahead of you. Some people don't want you to win. They just want to win first. And by making your plans public, you give them the blueprint to do exactly that. Success isn't a performance. It's not about keeping people updated. It's about getting things done. Stop feeding the crowd, stop explaining yourself, focus on execution, because in the end, results will always speak louder than announcements. A lion doesn't roar while hunting. It moves in silence, calculating every step, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It's exactly how success works. The real work happens behind the scenes, long before the world takes notice. The greatest achievements don't happen in the spotlight. They happen in late nights, early mornings, and hours of relentless focus when no one is watching. Think about it. By the time you see someone succeed, they've already put in months, even years of effort in silence. The most powerful people don't waste time announcing their plans. They don't seek approval before making moves. They plan, they prepare, and they execute. And when their work is finally revealed, it speaks for itself. If you want to win, start thinking like a strategist, stop making noise, and start making progress. Because in the end, it's not the person who talks the most that wins, it's the person who moves the smartest. The more people you involve, the more complicated things become. That's why staying low-key is one of the greatest productivity hacks of all time. When you remove outside noise, you eliminate distractions, you free yourself from unnecessary pressure. You stop working to impress, and you start working to achieve. Have you ever noticed that the more you talk about something, the less you actually do it? That's because talking gives a false sense of progress. It satisfies your need for accomplishment without requiring any real effort. But when you stay silent, there's no illusion. You either put in the work or you don't. High performers understand this. They don't waste energy on validation, they channel it into execution. They don't seek permission, they move forward with purpose. And because of that, they get more done in a day than most people get done in a month. Your time, your energy, your focus. These are your most valuable resources. Don't waste them on appearances. Protect them, guard them, use them wisely, and watch how much faster you get where you want to go. Social media has turned validation into a currency. People don't just want to succeed, they want to be seen succeeding. But here's the truth. The more you share, the less control you have over your own story. Every time you post about your progress, you open yourself up to judgment, opinions, and expectations. You invite pressure. You give people a say in something they were never supposed to influence. And in doing so, you risk losing sight of why you started in the first place. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do they constantly update you on every move they make? No. They let their work do the talking. They understand that real power comes from maintaining control, not from chasing attention. This isn't to say you should never share your success, but do it strategically. Share the results, not the process. Let people see what you built, not what you're building. Because when you master the art of selective sharing, you don't just maintain focus, you maintain power. Remember, social media can amplify your success, but it can also expose your weaknesses. Use it wisely, move smart, and never let the need for attention take priority over the need for execution. Your dreams are valuable, your aspirations are precious, and like anything worth protecting, they need to be shielded from the wrong influences. If you want to see your vision come to life, you must learn how to guard it, especially from the people who will try to break it down. In this section, we'll explore how to protect your dreams from the doubters, the critics, and the distractions. You'll learn why keeping your plans private can be the best way to stay focused, avoid negativity, and keep moving forward. Let's dive in. Not everyone is going to cheer for your success. In fact, many people won't. Why? Because when you step out to do something great, you challenge their beliefs, their comfort zones, and their own limitations. They see you working towards something big, and it reminds them of their own unfulfilled potential. So instead of supporting you, they'll try to tear you down. Doubters are everywhere. They'll question your methods, your timeline, your ability, and while some of their doubts might be rooted in concern, most of them come from fear. Fear that you might succeed while they stay stuck. Fear that your success highlights their own shortcomings. But here's the thing, doubt is fuel. Don't let it discourage you. Use it to push yourself harder. Let every skeptic become a reminder of why you have to keep going. Every doubt is proof that you're on the right path. People don't question small dreams, they question big ones. And that's exactly what yours are. Have you ever felt your confidence waver after hearing a negative comment? Maybe it was someone telling you that your idea was unrealistic or that you'd never make it. That's the power of external opinions. They seep into your mind and weaken your belief in your own vision. What you need to understand is that these outside opinions don't matter. They're just noise. The more you allow them to affect you, the more you chip away at your own self-belief. The voices of others are only powerful if you give them permission to be. When you expose yourself to negativity, you risk losing sight of your own truth. You risk questioning your potential, your path, and your purpose. And that's why silence is such a powerful strategy. When you keep your plans to yourself, you protect your vision from those who would try to dilute it. You create a space where only your beliefs and actions hold weight. Don't let the opinions of others dictate your worth. Stay focused, stay true to your vision, and remember, no one has the right to define your success but you. Not everyone deserves access to your dreams. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. You can't share your vision with everyone because not everyone will protect it. Some people are just curious, others are critical, and many are jealous. You need to be selective with who you let into your circle. Your inner circle should be made up of people who believe in you, not people who question you. They should be the ones who support your progress, not those who try to hold you back. Trust is earned, not given. And if someone doesn't have your best interest at heart, they don't belong in your space. A strong inner circle is a crucial asset. These are the people who will lift you up when you're feeling down, who will help you stay focused when distractions come your way, and who will remind you of your potential when others try to tear it down. So be mindful of who you share your dreams with. Protect your vision by keeping it close to those who truly care. And if you don't have a circle like that yet, start building one. Seek out the people who share your drive, your mindset, and your commitment to success. The right circle can make all the difference. In this world, distractions are everywhere. People want your attention, they want to pull you in every direction. But if you let them, you'll lose focus. Your energy will be scattered and your progress will slow. That's why silence is one of the most powerful tools you have. When you control your exposure, you protect your focus. Silence shields you from negativity. It shields you from the distractions of the outside world. It keeps you focused on what really matters. Your work, your goals, your success. The more you keep your plans private, the more time you have to put in the real work. And the more you protect your mental space, the clearer your vision becomes. When you share your dreams too freely, you invite unnecessary noise into your life. People who aren't aligned with your vision will start to speak their doubts. They'll give you advice that doesn't fit your path. And suddenly, you're distracted, you're questioning your decisions, you're wasting energy on things that don't matter. But when you practice strategic silence, you eliminate this noise. You create a space where you can think, create, and act without interference. You keep your focus razor sharp, and you move forward without looking back. The most successful people in the world don't need to announce their next move. They know that silence is a shield that protects their vision and strengthens their resolve. And when it's time to reveal the results of their hard work, they do so with confidence, knowing that their journey was theirs alone to shape. The most successful people don't wait for permission, they don't make excuses, and they don't waste time on validation. They take action. Execution is the ultimate proof of success. No amount of planning, talking, or imagining will get you closer to your goals if you don't take action. If you've been waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, or the right amount of confidence, I have a simple message for you. Start now. Execution is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's the one thing that can't be faked. If you want to succeed, you need to stop talking about it and start doing it. This section will dive into why execution is everything, why it's the key to turning your dreams into reality, and how making execution a habit can change everything for you. Talk is cheap. Ideas are endless. But results are the only thing that truly matter. If you've been talking about your goals, thinking about your goals, and planning for your goals without any action, stop. Execution is the only thing that counts. It's the only proof that you're serious about your success. Think about it. There are plenty of people who talk about their dreams. They share their plans with everyone they meet. But how many of them actually follow through? How many of them turn their intentions into results? Not many. Here's the hard truth. Your goals don't mean anything unless you take action on them. It's not enough to want something. You have to go out and get it. The most successful people are the ones who show up every day, who do the work, who take the steps, even when it's hard, even when they don't feel like it. Execution speaks for itself. The more you execute, the more your progress speaks for you. And when you start getting results, people will stop asking you what you're doing. They'll just see it. That's the power of execution. It's the proof of your potential. And it's the one thing that guarantees success. Success is not about attention, it's about discipline. Discipline is what turns dreams into reality. Consistency is what transforms small steps into giant leaps. And when you make execution a habit, it becomes unstoppable. If you rely on validation or motivation to fuel your progress, you'll never go far. Motivation fades, excitement wanes, but discipline is unshakable. It's the foundation of everything great that has ever been achieved. Imagine what would happen if you showed up every day, whether you felt like it or not, if you put in the work even when no one was watching, even when no one was cheering you on. That's how real success is built. It's the small, consistent actions that add up to big results. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about taking action even when no one is watching. And it's this consistency that creates momentum, the kind of momentum that can't be stopped. So stop looking for applause, stop waiting for the perfect moment, make execution your daily habit, and let discipline drive you toward your success. Because when you make action your priority, momentum will follow. A lion doesn't need to tell you it's a lion. The most successful people don't need to boast. They don't need to explain their every move. They just do the work, and the results speak louder than any words ever could. Why do we respect those who work in silence? Because we can see the results. We don't need them to tell us how hard they worked or how much they sacrificed. We can see it in their success. Their quiet confidence speaks for itself. Think about it. When was the last time you saw someone who constantly talked about how great they were and thought, I really respect that person? Probably never. True respect is earned through action, not words. It's earned through results. When you let your results do the talking, you gain the respect of others without even trying. People notice when you're consistent. They notice when you deliver. And they respect the quiet achievers, the ones who work in the background, who don't need attention, but who still manage to create massive impact. If you want to be respected, stop talking about your success and start building it. Let your actions speak for themselves, because when you make execution your focus, respect follows naturally. And that respect is far more valuable than any amount of attention or approval. Success is not a single moment, it's a series of moments. It's built on small, consistent actions that add up over time. The secret to success isn't just in working hard, it's in turning that hard work into a habit. The most successful people don't make big, dramatic changes all at once. They make small, daily efforts that compound over time. They turn execution into a habit, and that habit becomes unstoppable. If you want to build unstoppable momentum, you need to master the art of consistency. The first step is turning your actions into habits. Start with small, manageable tasks. Break your goals down into daily actions that you can repeat every day. Don't worry about the big picture. Just focus on what you can do today. As you continue to take action, those small wins will build up. They'll become automatic. They'll become part of your routine. And eventually your success will be the result of hundreds, thousands, or even millions of small, consistent actions. The key is to stay focused, stay disciplined. Don't wait for motivation or external validation. Just do the work, and before you know it, you'll look back and realize how much you've accomplished without even trying. The moment will come. After all the hard work, after the execution, after the silence, there will be a time when the world can't ignore you anymore. This is the moment when you step into the spotlight, not because you've been seeking it, but because you've earned it. The timing of that moment, however, is crucial. In this section, we'll explore when to reveal your success, how to manage your recognition without seeking it, and why the best time to step into the spotlight is when your results are undeniable. It's all about strategic timing, knowing when to make your impact known and when to let your work speak for itself. Let's get into it. Timing is everything. There's a big difference between seeking recognition and earning it. Prematurely stepping into the spotlight before you've truly earned it can undermine everything you've worked for. People won't respect you. They'll see you as someone who craves attention instead of results. The truth is, the best time to reveal your progress is when the results are undeniable. When you've done the work, when your success is clear and visible, that's when you should step forward, not a second before. Because when you let your work do the talking, you don't need to explain or justify yourself. Think about it. Who do you respect more? The person who's always talking about their dreams, or the person who quietly works behind the scenes and then suddenly achieves something incredible? The second person, right? That's because their success is based on substance, not spectacle. So when should you step into the spotlight? Only when your results have proven your worth. Let people see your success, not your struggles. Let them marvel at your achievements, not your intentions. And when that moment comes, own it. Don't hesitate. Step into the light, knowing that you've earned it through action, not noise. You've heard it before. The loudest person in the room is often the weakest. It's true. The more you talk about your success, the less credible it becomes. Real authority isn't earned by announcing your every move. It's earned through consistent action, results, and the quiet confidence that comes with it. True authority doesn't need to be declared. It doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops. When you've put in the work and delivered the results, people will recognize you. You don't have to chase respect, it will come naturally. When you're focused on earning recognition instead of seeking it, you build real credibility. You're not in a race to prove yourself, you're in a race to achieve your goals. And when you achieve them, the recognition will follow. This is the mindset of true success. It's about letting your results speak for themselves, not seeking attention. It's about earning respect through action, not begging for approval. And when you adopt this approach, you'll find that the respect you receive is far more powerful and long-lasting than any amount of applause. Results have a way of speaking for themselves. You don't need to boast about your success when your work is doing the talking. True success is magnetic. People will start to notice, and they'll start asking how you did it. The key is that your success will speak louder than any words you could say. When you focus on delivering results instead of seeking recognition, your success naturally attracts attention. It's like a light in a dark room. It draws people in without you having to do anything. Your success becomes its own advertisement. People will see your achievements and they'll want to know more. That's when you've truly made an impact. But here's the thing. Your success isn't just about attracting attention, it's about creating value. When you focus on creating real, lasting value, recognition will follow. People will respect your work, your commitment, and your results, and that respect will carry far more weight than any amount of social media posts or self-promotion. True success isn't about seeking attention. It's about doing the work, getting the results, and letting them speak for themselves. When you master this, you'll find that recognition comes naturally, and it's more powerful than you ever imagined. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is quiet. It doesn't need to be validated. Arrogance, on the other hand, craves attention. It needs to be recognized. Confidence is grounded in action and results. Arrogance is grounded in insecurity and the need to prove something. When you achieve success, the key is to own it with confidence, not arrogance. You don't need to shout about your achievements. You don't need to boast or brag. Your results will speak for themselves, and that's all the recognition you need. The art of silent mastery is about knowing your worth, knowing what you've accomplished and standing firm in that knowledge. It's about being comfortable in your success without needing others to constantly validate it. When you can own your achievements quietly, with grace and confidence, you'll gain the respect of others without even trying. And when you step into the spotlight after years of silent work, you won't need to say a word. People will see your results, and they'll know what you've accomplished. You won't need to announce your success, because your success will announce itself. The key to true mastery is to do the work, achieve the results, and then step into the spotlight only when your impact is undeniable. That's when you'll own your achievements with confidence, and that's when you'll make a lasting impact. Now that we've broken down the power of execution, the need for silence, and the importance of letting your results speak for themselves, it's time to reflect. Everything we've discussed boils down to one crucial point. You don't need validation to succeed. You need action, you need discipline, you need to work quietly and let your success rise to the surface without shouting about it. Let me be clear, this isn't some fluffy motivational talk. This is a call to shift your mindset. This is about choosing a new way to approach success, one that focuses on execution over validation, action over applause, and results over recognition. The time for talking is over. The time for doing is now. Talk less, work more. Let your success do the talking. That's the essence of everything we've discussed today. The invisible formula to visible success is found in silent execution. It's not about announcing your plans to the world. It's about quietly working toward them and letting your results speak louder than any words ever could. When you work in silence, you remove distractions, you eliminate outside noise, and you create a space where only your actions matter. Every lesson we've discussed, whether it's the power of discipline, the importance of keeping your plans private, or the shift from seeking validation to focusing on execution, all comes back to one simple truth: silence is your secret weapon. The more you protect your dreams from unnecessary outside opinions, the more you will be able to focus on what truly matters: getting things done. And the more you do, the more your success will speak for itself. That's the power of silence, the ability to let your results do the talking. Now that you've learned the importance of quiet work and execution, it's time to make it a habit. Success doesn't happen overnight, and neither does the habit of discipline. You have to commit to staying focused, to showing up every day, and to doing the work whether anyone is watching or not. The discipline to resist the temptation for validation is one of the hardest things you will ever do, but it's also one of the most powerful. You'll face moments when it feels like no one is paying attention, when no one is acknowledging your hard work. That's when discipline matters the most. It's in those quiet moments that you build the foundation for your success. Remember, motivation fades, but discipline endures. It's not about how you feel in the moment. It's about doing what needs to be done every single day without needing to be cheered on. Build a long-term mindset focused on execution and watch how it changes everything for you. Here's your challenge. What can you stop announcing today? What goals can you start quietly working on without telling the world about them? It's time to shift from talking to doing. It's time to stop seeking applause and start seeking progress. Start small. Pick one thing you've been talking about but haven't yet acted on. Take the first step. Make it a habit, and don't look back. As you start moving in silence, you'll notice how much more focused you become. You'll see how much more progress you make when you stop seeking outside validation. And as you get results, your confidence will grow, not because someone else told you it was good, but because you've earned it through your own effort. The shift begins now. Make execution your priority. Make silence your strength. And let your success be the loudest statement you'll ever make. Move in silence, build in silence, win in silence. That's the mantra that will carry you through the next phase of your journey. Stop seeking validation, stop announcing your every move, and start building the life you've always dreamed of, one step at a time, without the need for applause. The ultimate test of self-mastery is being able to execute without external validation. When you can do that, when you can keep moving forward, no matter who notices or who applauds, you will have unlocked the true power of success. Success is not about attention, it's about results. It's about the quiet, persistent work that adds up over time. And when those results speak for themselves, you won't need to announce anything. People will see your success and they will respect you for it. So walk away from this speech with one clear mission: stop announcing, start executing. And let your results be the loudest statement you'll ever make. You owe no one an announcement, only results.